Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla TV. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Fastback WP riding shoe, available at RevZilla.com. This is the new Fastback WP, redesigned for 2015 and beyond. You'll see I have the older version to my right, and there are a handful of key changes. Now, before I get into those changes, as you kind of eye up both of them, remember, this is one of the more technical riding shoes from Alpinestar, but I'm not going to call it a boot. It is a riding shoe. You go into SMX if you want to see a boot. This guy is going to be technical. It leaves you a lot of versatility. It's going to be great for sport and commuting in a multitude of seasons. Again, it's waterproof, but again, it stays in that same family with the Faster, which is going to be the baby brother. It's a little bit more of a riding shoe feel, a little bit more flexible, a little bit more style oriented. And then you have the SP1, which is going to be more sport oriented. But again, they're all coming in around that $200 mark. Now, if we look at it, and we look at it compared to last year's version, a couple key changes. You're going from oiled suede to a microfiber. You're now getting a beefed up shift panel, which you didn't have before. Before you just had debossing. Now you're gonna have a dual recess stitch TPR. And the other nice part is they've upgraded the back. They've refined the style. So synthetic leather comes all the way up. You notice the bellows across the back for flexibility. And the last thing is actually, I think, my favorite thing, because it's still a rock solid boot. The interior guts on this waterproof boot are actually more of that cambrel style liner. Really comfy against your skin. It's going to be wicking. It's going to improve the ability for your sweat to get wicked out through the boot and breathe from the outside. Again, you're going with a lightweight microfiber on the exterior as well, so it's going to be a fully vegan boot as opposed to this bad boy, which did kill some cows. Keep that in mind. So there are your key changes as we move from the original Fastback now into the new 2015 Fastback WP. And again, the style update is really nice as well. Now, if we think about the sizing. Sizing is going to be basic within the A-Stars line. They've been making boots. They started with boots for the U.S. market. So again, use that size chart. No questions asked there. Again, I fit pretty true to size. I wear a 9.5 in a pair of Nikes, and I'm fitting rock solid within that size chart when it comes to the A-Stars lineup. And keep in mind too, it's over $39, so we're going to ship for free. No questions asked. As I work my way through the rest of the nuance here on the Fastback WP, I'd love it if you click right there on our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback, but more importantly, stay up to date with all the gear reviews we're constantly rolling out. Now, that said, let's dive back into some of the other nuance here. Remember, on the Fastback, it's not a CE rated boot, but it's a CE rated sole, and we like this sole a lot. Same sole as the previous model. It's going to be steel shanked in the midpoint, about a 7.5 on the stiff scale, so a lot beefier than we would see on something like the Faster WP, which again is more of that lightweight riding shoe, where this is a beefier riding shoe. Still has the same great TPR on the lateral side, dual recess stitch. It's not going to come undone on you. Again, great protection on the lateral side get down. You're going to have it along the back side here too. Would have loved to have seen them do hard part malleolus protection at around that $200 mark. We've seen some other guys do it. You do get this dual layer of TPR on top of your Clarino, but again, that would be one of my nitpicks if I had one. Looking at the boot, they've completely refined the tongue area here. Notice covered eyelets that are going to have that reflectivity baked in. I like what they did with the A-Stars logo. You have the adjustability here within the instep. That's the same as the old boot. And then on the outside here too, a little bit more pop of color with regard to the Alpinestars branding. The other version, the original Fastback, was a little bit more muted. It was just too muted. At the end of the day, you're buying A-Stars. You want some of that race heritage and branding worked in. Now, we still have a synthetic leather that's going to come up here, finish off the tongue, and we also talked about the interior, that cambrel lining there. You can see it's got that light color. It's a very soft microfiber feel, and they went with just a jersey mesh towards the top here with that nice roll. Moving to the medial side, on the inside of the boot, clean and classic, you're going to have that TPR that's going to slightly interface with your bike depending on your riding position. And then remember, we did talk about the big upgrade here with TPR to make sure you're not going to do a number on that Clarino with your controls. They did it on both sides. I love it when they go asymmetric on these, but again, you have it both sides. Obviously, I have a right side and there's nothing there to interface with, unless you're configuring your bike magically and differently than most of the riding populace out there. But again, keep that in mind. So remember, a lot of changes to this boot. They refined it. The price stayed the same. It's not CE rated as a whole, but it is CE rated in the sole. And it's also going to cover you for really what I would consider 3 to 4 season riding. You're going to get a good amount of coverage from that gaiter and that waterproof that comes up to about that second eyelet there. And again, it's just a rock solid staple if you want to go more sport touring, sport commuter versus the SP1, which is going to be more aggressive sport within the line. So the next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews of the new Fastback WP riding shoe at RevZilla.com. Remember, you don't have to take my word for it, but I hope you have a better sense of how this bad boy is working and what you should use it for. As always, we're going to ship for free at $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to me at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel. Make me a happy guy. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.